I turned 34 today and it's 2026 and everything feels so oversaturated yet boring at the same time because everyone's doing something of the same thing, with music and I guess art. There's too much technology that I feel like isn't necessary. I wish we can go back to a time where we built like insane buildings as opposed to use these fucking data centers. I am willing to revert back to a form of technology that's not as convenient as the technology today, if I'm gonna be honest. Doctors really aren't doing their jobs these days. It's like a waste of time going to the hospital now, which is really sad. Unless you can afford a specialist and you have top-notch healthcare, which most people in this country don't, what the fuck is the point? Honestly. Yeah, I want to go back to the 90s, but today is my birthday as I'm recording this. I made a video a few days ago where I wanted to be reincarnated back into 1995 as a 25-year-old. I want to go back to that time. I want to be on Melrose in 1995 as a 25-year-old. I feel like that's as far as we should have advanced with technology. We don't need all this shit right now. And even if, let's say we get to a place in our civilization where we are at the top of the top of the top with technology, I highly doubt everybody on planet Earth is going to benefit from it. Really. How are we going to benefit from technological advancements? How is that going to improve our lives on a day-to-day basis? I want to go back to a time where rich and poor people hung out. When I was growing up, I was so poor. My friends, they all came from different backgrounds than me. Some were really well off, some weren't. Some were like me, some were middle class. It was a variety, and we all hung out together. And nowadays, when I see kids, I feel so bad for them because it's just all the poor kids hang out with each other because they can't relate to rich kids, and the rich kids don't want anything to do with them. They're snobby. I feel like a lot of snobby types are out and about now. It wasn't like that back then. My rich friends were cool. Like on TikTok, I remember some rando, maybe a bot, I don't know. I was being attacked because I said something like, who cares if someone has more money than you? Like, whatever. I don't know why you guys are obsessed over that. Whatever they were, got mad and they were like, there's a huge financial divide. How do you not see it? Are you out of touch? Like, I can't see that, right? I know there's a financial divide. I keep forgetting that I grew up in a different time, in the 2000s. That was the last of. That was the last of a new genre of music, too. Like, everything now is, they want to give it different names, like hyperpop and whatever it is they're coming out with. But no one's making anything new, really. Everything's regurgitated or rebranded. That's how I see it. All the generations that are older than me thought that my generation's like form of music sucked, I kind of feel like them now. Like, is it because I'm not paying attention or I can't tell the difference because I'm getting older? I think we know way too much about politicians, about celebrities. There's no mystique anymore. Everyone's going to the same plastic surgeon. A lot of people dress alike. And then in the alternative crowd, they all dress alike too. They all get their like look from Pinterest and the internet, and they have someone else telling them how to dress. And I really miss DIY culture. Not that it doesn't exist. The political, like the tone, the way we speak. Everyone has to be very careful of what they say. Like, you really need to think before you speak now. You can't just like talk straight from the dome anymore. You can't be real anymore. People want a preset of rules applied to you before you open your fucking mouth these days. And I hate that. I hate that everyone has the same opinion. I hate that we don't call people posers anymore. It's rude. It's rude. I don't know. I feel like I was just born at the wrong time and to a degree at the wrong place. Recently I got into astrocartography. I think that's what it's called. Astrology, but it's specifically related to your location chart I'm really new to this, so I'll just drop the definition right here of what that entails. But basically, I come to find out through my relocation chart and through looking at my coordinates that ultimately I wasn't meant to be born where I was born, because I would have never been able to succeed in life as a creator. And so now I'm in LA. I grew up in LA. I landed here when I was 3. And apparently, I'm supposed to be stuck in hustle culture. According to this form of astrology, I'm gonna be stuck in hustle mode, have to work, 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 work. Like, this is a great place for me to just hustle. I don't wanna hustle, is the thing. And my Venus coordinates, Jupiter, where I can expand, where I can get lucky, where I would more likely succeed in selling my art, that's all aligned in some of the coldest, like Sweden and London. I got Sweden and London and Paris. I've been to London and Paris. I've never been to Sweden before, but yeah, supposedly I'm supposed to be there. That's where I would thrive. I don't know how that works because I love sunshine. I love being in Angelino because of the weather, but ever since I looked at that chart, I was like, is this why? I mean, I lived in Washington State for 5 years and it was freezing, so much so that I moved back to LA, but maybe it really doesn't have anything to do with the weather. Anyways, I don't mean to make this a sad video. I'm grateful that I'm getting older. I'm grateful that I'm living a life. I'm grateful for all the things that I have. I'm grateful to celebrate another year. I am grateful for those things. But I'm just being honest here. It's just the times we're living in. It wasn't designed for me. And I know I'm not the first person to say that about how I feel about the world. There's a lot of people that feel like they have old souls, that maybe they came back as a reincarnated being or whatever. I thought, even back in the 90s when I was like a little girl, when we get older and technology advances and we live in the future, everything's gonna be like fast and convenient. We're in the future now. It's 2026. This is the future, and everything's not silver and blue. There's unrest everywhere and we pay for it, apparently. The internet still shuts down every now and then. You know what I mean? Your lights will go out every now and then. This is the future. We might as well just stayed where we were. I guess that's just how I see it. But to another year, to another year, to another year. At least I could live another year saying this. So that's good. That's good. Yeah.